Hi, my name is Timia Crisp, and I am the Public Affairs Analyst here at AGU, and I'm a former Congressional Science Fellow. I'm joined by Karen Akerlof, who is a 2016 to 2017 AGU Congressional Science Fellow. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
So I guess we'll just jump right in. So tell me a little bit why you applied for the Congressional Science Fellowship.
So I had heard from other former Congressional Fellows that this was one of the most amazing and influential experiences of their lives. And so when I had a point in my career where I was able to take some time and take a year, I thought this is the time to do it. I'll just go ahead and apply. I'm really glad I did.
So during your fellowship, what did you end up doing?
So it really varied. It was all over the board. So the types of activities that we did in the office were being driven by anything from the news, what was happening on CNN that day, to the agenda in the office and the priorities of the office, to also what was happening in the committees, so the committee hearings and the nominations, and that was driving the agenda as well. But in terms of the substance, it could be anything from, if there was a topic of real interest, we were trying to make sure we had content to keep the social media going, to making sure we had materials ready for hearings and nominations, to working on legislative text as well.
So how did your experience during the fellowship, all these things that you just mentioned, working on legislative text, working on speeches and hearing materials, how did that help you? And also this exposure that you got during the fellowship, how did that help you in guiding your post-fellowship move?
So the experiences I had gave me a new set of skills, but they also gave me new networks. And so I was able to take those and a better understanding sort of how Congress worked and develop a project, leveraging the background both in academia as well as understanding the institution. And so I developed a project that focuses on science communication for policy that I'm currently running now. And it's something that it's a new area for me and one I'm really excited about, and I couldn't have done it if it hadn't been for the fellowship.
So what was the most valuable aspect of the fellowship for you?
One thing that even I, who lived relatively close, just in Northern Virginia for a long time, didn't really understand is how particular the culture is on the Hill, in the Senate and the House and the committees. And I think that was something that was enormously valuable, was to experience that over the course of the year. Because it's a place with its own very long history, obviously, and traditions, and you can't really understand them or the people who work in Congress unless you spend some time just beginning to understand how the system works.
It's a whole new world on the Hill.
It is.
So it sounds like you just had an amazing experience, which is not a surprise to me. I had an amazing experience. Everyone I talked to has had an amazing experience. So would you recommend this to other scientists out there looking to get involved in policy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think this is one of these only opportunities that you have where you're able to take your science and your achievements and just drop in, right? From wherever you are in your career at that point into a Senate, House, or committee office and put those skills together with policy. And I have yet to meet anybody after their fellowship who regrets it.
So what is your best advice for a scientist who's coming into the fellowship or thinking about applying?
So one of the things that I think is really important is the ability to keep an open mind about what may happen and where your interests may go. Because your skills and your networks are going to expand so greatly that there may be things when you're out a direction for your career that you may not be able to anticipate at all when you're applying. So I think being able to keep an open mind about what might happen a year or two out is the first thing. But the second thing is to also think a little bit about your passions for politics and policy and how those might fit together with your scientific experience so that you can also create a good argument, obviously, for the committee for what direction might take you.
Awesome. Do you have any last advice for scientists out there?
Definitely, got to apply.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thanks, Timia.
And we really hope that you'll consider applying to the AGU Congressional Science Fellowship. For more information about the fellowship, including past fellows like Karen, the terms of the fellowship, and how to apply, please check out csf.agu.org. Thank you.